Hi, how are you?
Hello, I am fine. Okay, hello guys. Assalamualaikum. My name is Ifat Kodingwali, and today I have a very special guest, Sufia, and she was very special for me, and today is very special for all of you. So, hello, Sufia, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am also fine. Thank you so much for asking. Hello, just you are the special guest for our studio. So first of all, please introduce yourself to my audience watching this interview.
Yeah, okay. So my name is Sophia. I'm 17. I'm from Moscow. I'm interested in chemistry and material sciences. And uh, I've done a number of different interesting projects. The most recent one would be I published a review on Medium on the most novel self-healing mechanisms and self-healing polymers, and the most prospective of them, most prospective applications in the industry. Um, I've also interned at the chemistry department at Moscow State University. I've written a research paper, I've published it, I've presented my findings at a conference. And but apart from all the chemistry stuff, I also I do other things. I debate, for example. I was at the World's Individual Debate and Public Speaking Championship a couple months back. So yeah, I'm passionate pretty much about everything, but I definitely want to go more into material sciences later on.
Okay, so you have also joined the academic, yes?
Sorry.
You have also joined the academic.
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Okay, so yes. Okay, so now I have a next question to you. Going to our next question. Okay, so can you tell me what challenge shape your personality the most?
That is an interesting question. Mm, I'd say probably learning to create my own environment. So we can't always, uh, we're not always fully in control of the environment that we live in and the environment that we're just, I guess, uh, that shapes us, especially as minors. And I mean, I am a minor. And learning to create an environment that is intellectually challenging for me and is interesting was probably the challenge that shaped me most. So learning to listen to the right podcast, read the right books, uh, watch the right movies, all of that. That was probably the most significant thing that has shaped me in the last couple years.
Oh, okay, wow, interesting. So now my next question is that what books change your perspective on life?
I'd say for me it was In a Room and a Half by Joseph Brodsky. Um, I don't know how popular he is in the Western culture. He's very. I mean, he probably is popular. He's a Nobel laureate, but he's a Russian immigrant who escaped USSR in the 70s. And he wrote, he's actually a poet, but he wrote an essay called In a Room and a Half, which he dedicated to his parents after his parents died back in the USSR and the government didn't allow him to go in and visit the funeral. Uh, Hi, can you hear me? Oh, wait.
Yes, so sorry.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was a connection.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, you have continued.
After that, Joseph Brodsky wrote this pretty short essay um, about his experience growing up and about his parents. And it definitely changed me, but I have to say that it's not an easy read. It's not an easy read at all. It's actually very depressing and very profound. So not like an evening book after a difficult day. So yeah, but it definitely, I guess, it ends on a relatively positive note. But the most important lesson that at least I took away from the book was probably about the meaning of life and about how important searching for the meaning of life is, because we only have one life each. And that is the most expensive thing that we will ever have.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, so now can you tell me who has inspired your personal growth the most?
This is interesting. Let me think. This is a difficult question because it was definitely a number of figures, both real life and non-existent ones. But I think one of the biggest inspirations for me, this might sound a bit weird, but it was Dexter Holland, who is the frontman of a punk rock group called The Offspring. But the reason why I have my pick is so probably unusual is because he is most known to people as a punk rock star who is, still up and running, still performing, touring all around the world. But he also has a PhD in molecular biology, and he was like a nerd in high school. So I guess the fact that he kind of managed to balance music and art, especially music like punk, with science, that was very inspirational to me when I first found that out. Because, there was like a pretty lengthy period of time when I myself was interested in molecular biology and in punk music. So this was kind of like the perfect person for me to find on the internet.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's also very good and interesting for me to know that. Okay, so now my next question is that what achievements make you the most proud?
This is interesting. Probably my biggest uh, achievement on paper is definitely representing Russia at the World's Debate Championship this year, because I was the first and the only representative there. So that was probably my biggest achievement, but it was also a life-changing achievement. So it looks good on paper, but in reality, that experience was so much more than just, debating, because I got to meet the most interesting people from different countries from all around the world and spent an incredible 5 days with them. Not only like touring Kuala Lumpur, but that was also quite interesting, but also just discussing pretty much anything in the world. Because obviously, the people that make it to world's debates are very well rounded. They know how to they're very eloquent. They have incredible skills with how to phrase their thoughts. So I have to say that it was probably that, but also for me personally, it was not just representing Russia, but it was also my achievement was to manage to connect with so many people there and to still keep in touch with them, because I do still keep in touch with the people that I met there.
Okay, that's very interesting and amazing answer. So, okay, can you tell me what was the best school advice you received?
The best advice, the best advice that I have received. I
Yes.
guess it was probably to search for a bigger picture in everything that you do. So, or I mean, another way to phrase that would be to kind of like search for purpose in everything that you do. But one of the, I think that you have to be conscious of what you're doing. to avoid just kind of being just one sheep out of a bunch of sheep. And if you're conscious of all of the things that you do and you understand why you're doing them, that gives you an ability to become a shepherd instead of just being one of multiple sheep. So it's probably just being conscious of all of your actions, looking for the bigger picture in everything that you do, and make sure that you're intentional about what you're doing and the amount of effort that you're putting into what you're doing.
Okay. Okay, so now my next question is that what do you build good study habit?
What is what?
Sorry, you have listened me?
Yeah, I just didn't hear the question very well.
Okay, so yes, I have a I have a ask you to your next question. So, can you tell me what is the biggest one thing change your life?
The biggest event that changed my life?
No, what is the biggest one thing can change your life?
Oh, just one thing that changed my life. Wow. That is a very difficult question.
Have you listened me?
Probably probably finding my community of people. I think that community is very important. So I'm a member of the Knowledge Society, TKS. I think it's like pretty popular among at least like among the people that I connect with on LinkedIn, among my peers. And the community there is just incredible. And being able to find a community of people all around the world that are all inspired and that are all willing to go the full length to solve different issues and give their perspective on complicated ethical problems. I think that has definitely changed my life for the better.
Wow, interesting. Hmm. um. Okay, so now my next question is that what is your dream
My dream what?
academic opportunity?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, can you please repeat the question?
I will asking you what is your dream academic opportunity?
Honestly, I don't know yet. I think that I don't have an answer to that. I want to keep my options open and just explore everything there is, I'd say.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, so question to you. Okay, so I will ask my next question. What subjects do you find hardest?
Mm, Probably currently, geometry would be the hardest subject for me, but that is because I have a very good geometry teacher that basically pushes me to my limits. But I think that geometry, I still enjoy the subject a lot, but it definitely requires a lot of work, and it helps develop your brain in ways that no other subject does, I think.
That's
But it definitely is
nice.
difficult, and it requires a lot of time and commitment for me to successfully perform in this subject.
Okay. Okay, so now my next question is that how do you balance school with personal life?
I think it's What helped me is a tight schedule. So I had a very tight schedule a year ago and 2 years ago. Um, and when you have when you have school, personal things, extracurriculars, Olympiads, conferences, and all of that piled together, you're basically forced to practice time management. Otherwise, you're just not going to make it. So even if you, because the thing is, before I entered high school, I couldn't stand the idea of planning. I always thought that planning out and writing to-do lists would would mean that I'm living by a very strict framework, and I didn't want to just kind of write myself into a box. So I completely rejected the idea of planning. But after my schedule got significantly tighter, I had no choice but to learn how to do that, and that allowed me to to see that if I'm the one creating the to-do lists and writing out my plans, then it's actually not a tight framework at all, because I am the one creating the framework. I'm the one creating the box.
Yes.
I'm the one that's, in command here, basically. So that's actually a good idea. So I have to say a tight schedule, because when you have less opportunities, you have your brain kind of thinks that you have more time to spend on the specific task. But if you consciously limit yourself and say that, like, okay, I have to solve X amount of problems in 30 minutes, then your brain will make you basically solve the problems that at least the ones that you can solve, in 30 minutes. But if you don't set that limit, if you basically it's called time boxing. If you don't time box, then you can spend 2 hours doing it just because you know that you don't have anything else afterwards. Now my schedule is not as tight as it was a year ago, because I'm a senior. So at this point, I already know how to manage my time without, strict classes and all of that. So, but I have to say that the best thing for me was definitely a couple of years of very tight schedules.
Okay, so that was a very for me answers also. Now we have a time to end this session and this interview. So yes, thank you so much for coming my interview, accept my invitation. Thank you very much. So yes, in the last I have request you to kindly please give the advice what you have feeling for us and our audience, and they give me the
Mm-hmm.
advice.
I think I
Yes.
want to give like maybe just one piece of advice, and it would be the same advice that I have received that I already mentioned, is just being conscious of what you're doing and looking for the bigger picture,
Yes.
and not doing something just because it's what you have to do. Be conscious of why you're doing your homework. Be conscious of why you're going to school. Find purpose and intent in everything, and avoid doing tasks for the sake of doing them. That would be my advice. Yeah. Thank you so much for this interview. This has been wonderful.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
So thank you so much. It's nice to meet you. Also, how are you? Thank you very much. It was a very
Thank you.
really, it was a very good experience to you, and also what. Bye. Okay. Okay,
Bye.
everybody. So just thank you. Most welcome.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, everyone. Just we have also leave because the session is ended, and now we have meet our next session. Thank you very much. And